Hey guys, it's Beta Night Bros here today. So today I'm going to read the Facebook Terms of Service out loud for fun. You might be thinking why I'm not reading YouTube Terms of Service. Many people did that and they recorded it, but Facebook only had a few people recording it. So I'm going to read Facebook Terms of Service out loud, and nobody usually reads Terms of Service out loud. Is that right? So let's read it out loud. Terms of Service. Welcome to Facebook. Facebook builds technologies and services that enable people to connect with each other, build communities, and grow businesses. These terms govern your use of Facebook Messenger and other products, features, apps, services, technologies, and software we offer, except where we expressly state that separate terms apply. These products are provided to you by Facebook Inc. We don't charge you to use Facebook or other products and services covered by these terms. Instead, businesses and organizations pay us to show you ads for their products and services. By using our product, you agree that we can show you ads that we think will be relevant to you and your interests. We use your personal data to help determine which ads to show you. We don't sell your personal data to advertisers, and we don't share information that directly identifies you, such as name, email address, or other contact information, which advertisers, unless you give us specific permission. Instead, advertisers can tell us things like the kind of audience they want to see their ads, and we show those ads to people who may be interested. We provide advertisers with reports about the performance of their ads and that help them understand how people are interacting with their content. See section 2 below to learn more. Our data policy explains how we collect and use your personal data to determine some of the ads you see and provide all of the other services described below. You can also go to your settings at any time to review the privacy choices you have about how we use your data. 1, the services we provide. Our mission is to give people the power to build community and bring the world closer together. To help advance this mission, we provide the products and services described below to you. Provide a personal experience for you. Your experience on Facebook is unlike anyone else's. From the posts, stories, events, ads, and other content you see in the news feeds or our video platform to the pages you follow and other features you might use, such as trending, marketplace, and search. We use the data we have, for example, about the connections you make, the choices and settings you select, and what you share and do on and off our products to personalize your experience. Connect you with people and organizations you care about. We help you find and connect with people, groups, businesses, organizations, and others that matter to you across the Facebook products you use. We use data that we have to make suggestions for you and others. For example, groups to join, events to attend, pages to follow, or send a message to shows to watch, and people you may want to become friends with. Stronger ties make for better communities, and we believe our services are most useful when people people are connected to people, groups, and organizations they care about. Empower you to express yourself and communicate about what matters to you. There are many ways to express yourself on Facebook and to communicate with friends, family, and others about what matters to you. For example, sharing status, updates, photos, videos, and stories across the Facebook products you use, sending messages to a friend or several people, creating events or groups, or adding content to your profile. We have also developed and continue to explore new ways for people to use technology such as augmented reality and 360-degree video to create and share more expressive and engaging content on Facebook. Help you discover content, products, and services that may interest you. We show ads, offers, and other sponsored content to help you discover products and services that are offered by many businesses and organizations that use Facebook and other Facebook projects. Section 2 below explains this in more detail. Combat harmful conduct and protect and support our community. People will only build community on Facebook if they feel safe. We employ dedicated terms around the world and develop advanced technical systems to detect misuse of our products. Harmful conduct towards others and situations where we may be able to help support or protect our community. If we learn of content or conduct like this, we will take appropriate action. For example, offering help, removing content, removing or restricting access to certain features, disabling an account, or contacting law enforcement. We share data with other Facebook companies when we detect misuse or harmful conduct by someone using one of our products. Use and develop advanced technology to provide safe and functional services for anyone. We use and develop advanced technology such as artificial intelligence, machine learning systems, and augmented reality so that people can use our products safely regardless of physical ability or geographic location. For example, technology like this helps people who have visual impairments understand what or who is in photos or videos shared on Facebook or Instagram. We also build sophisticated network and communication technology to help more people connect to the internet in areas with limited access. And we develop automated systems to improve our ability to detect and remove abusive and dangerous activity that may harm our community and the integrity of our products. Research ways to make our services better. We engage in research to develop, test, and improve our products. This includes analyzing the data we have about our users and understanding how people use our product. For example, by conducting surveys and testing and troubleshooting new features, our data policy explains how we use data to support this research for the purposes of developing and improving our services. Provide consistent and seamless experience across the Facebook company products. Our products help you find and connect with people, groups, businesses, organizations, and others that are important to you. We design our systems that your experience is consistent and seamless across different Facebook company products that you use. For example, we use data about the people you engage with on Facebook to make it easier for you to connect with them on Instagram or Messenger. And we enable you to communicate with the business you follow on Facebook through Messenger. Enable global access to our services. To operate our global service, we need to store and distribute content and data in our data centers and systems around the world, including outside their country of residence. The infrastructure that may be operated or controlled by Facebook Inc., Facebook Ireland Limited, or its affiliates. Okay. How our services are funded. No, I meant how our services are funded. Instead of paying to use Facebook and other products and services we offer, by using the Facebook product covered by these terms, you agree that we can show you ads that businesses and organizations pay us to promote and off the Facebook company product. We use your personal data, such as information about your activity and interest, to show you ads that are more relevant to you. Protecting people's privacy is central to how we've designed our ad system. This means that we can show you relevant and useful ads without telling advertisers who you are. We don't sell your personal data. We allow advertisers to tell us things like their business goal and the kind of audiences they want to see their ads. we then show their ad to people who might be interested. We also provide advertisers with reports about the performance of their ads to help them understand how people are interacting with their content on and off Facebook. For example, we provide general demographic and interest information to advertisers to help them better understand their audience. We don't share information that directly identifies you unless you give us specific permission. Learn more about how Facebook ads work here. We collect and use your personal data in order to provide the services described above to you. You can learn about how we collect and use your data in our data policy. You have control over the types of ads and advertisers you see and the types of information we use to determine which ads we show you. Your commitments to Facebook and our community. We provide services to you and others to help advance our mission. In exchange, we need you to make the following commitments. 1, who can use your Facebook? When people stand behind their opinions and action, our community is safer and more accountable. For this reason, you must use the same name that you use in everyday life, provide accurate information about yourself, create only one account, and use your timeline for personal purposes. Not share your password, give access to your Facebook account to others, or transfer account to anyone else. We try to make Facebook broadly available to everyone, but you cannot use Facebook if you're under 13 years old, you're convicted sex offender. We previously disabled your account for violations of our terms or policy. You're prohibited from receiving our products, services, or software under applicable laws. What you can share and do on Facebook. We want people to use Facebook to express themselves and to share content that is important to them, but not at the expense of safety and well-being to others the integrity or of our community. You therefore agree not to engage in the conduct described below. You may not use your products to do or share anything that violates these terms, or community standards and other terms and policies that apply to use of Facebook. That is unlawful, misleading, discriminatory, or fraudulent. That infringes or violates someone else's rights, including their intellectual property rights. You may not upload viruses or malicious code to do anything that could disable, overburden, or impair the proper working or appearance of our product. You may not access or collect data from our product using automated means with our prior permission, or attempt to access data you do not have permission to access. We can remove or restrict access to content that is in violation of these provisions. If we remove content that you have shared in violation of our community standards, we'll let you know and explain any opinions. You have to request another review unless you seriously or repeatedly violate these terms, or if doing so may expose us or others to legally liability, harm our community or of others, compromise or interfere with the integrity or operation of any of our services, systems, or products where we are restricted due to technical limitations, or where we are prohibited from doing so for legal reasons. To help support our community, we encourage you to report content or conduct that you believe violates your rights or our terms and policies. We also can remove or restrict access to your content, services, or information if we determine that you doing so is responsibly necessary to avoid or mitigate adverse legal or regulatory impacts to Facebook. The permissions you give us. We need certain permissions from you to provide our services. Permission to use content you share create and share. Some content that you share or upload, such as photos or videos, may be protected by intellectual property law. You own the intellectual property rights in any content that you create and share. Facebook and other Facebook company products you use. Nothing in these terms takes away the rights you have to your own content. You're free to share your content with anyone else wherever you want. However, to provide services, we need to give us some legal permissions to use this content. This is solely for the purposes of providing and improving our products and services as described in section 1 above. Specifically, when you share, post, and upload content that is covered by intellectual property rights on or in connection with our product, you grant us a non-exclusive, transferable, sub-licensable, royalty-free, and worldwide license to host, use, distribute, modify, run, copy, and publicly perform or display, translate, and create derivative works of the content. This means, for example, that if you share a photo on Facebook, you give us permission to store, copy, and share it with others, such as service providers that support our license or other Facebook products you use. The license will end when your content is deleted from our system. You can delete the content individually or all at once by deleting your account. Learn more about how to delete your account. You can download a copy of data at any time before deleting your account. When you delete, content is no longer visible to other users. However, it may continue to exist elsewhere on a system where immediate deletion is not possible due to technical limitations. Your content has been used by others in accordance with this license and they have not deleted it, or where immediate deletion would restrict our ability to investigate or identify illegal activity or violations of our terms and policies, comply with a legal obligation such as the preservance of evidence, or comply with a request of a judicial or administrative authority, law enforcement of a government agency, in which case the content will be retained for no longer than is necessary for the purposes for which it has been retained. The exact duration will vary on a case-by-case basis. In each of the above cases, the license will continue until the content has been fully deleted. Permission to use your name, profile picture, and information about your actions with ads and sponsor content. You give us permission to use your name and profile picture and information about actions you have taken on Facebook next to or in connection with ads, offers, and other sponsored content that we display across our products without any compensation to you. For example, we may show your friends that you're interested in an advertised event or hand like their page created by a brand that has paid us to display its ads on Facebook. Ads like this can be seen only by Facebook, who have your permission to see the actions you've taken on Facebook. You can learn more about their ad settings and preferences. Permission to update software you use or download. If you download or use our software, you give us permission to download and install updates to software where available. Limits on using our intellectual property. If you use content covered by intellectual property rights that we have and make available in our products, we retain all rights to that content. You can only use our copyrights or trademarks as expressly permitted by our brand usage guidelines or with our prior written permission. You must obtain our written permission to modify, create derivative works of decompile or otherwise attempt to extract source code from us. additional provisions. Updating our terms. We work consistently to improve our services and develop new features to make our products better for you and our community. As a result, we may need to update these terms from time to time to accurately reflect our services and practices. Unless otherwise required by law, we will notify you before we make changes to these terms and give you an opportunity to review them before they go into effect. Once any updated terms are in effect, you will be bound by them if you continue to use our product. We hope that you will continue using our products, but if you do not agree to our updated terms and no longer want to be part of the Facebook community, you can delete your account at any time. Account suspension or termination. We want Facebook to be a place where people feel welcome and safe to express themselves and share their thoughts and ideas. If we determine that you have clearly, seriously, or repeatedly breached our terms or policies, including in particular community standards, we may suspend or permanently disable account access to your account. We may also suspend or disable your account if you repeatedly infringe other people's intellectual property rights or where we are required to do so for legal reasons. Where we take such action, we'll let you know and explain any options. You have to request a review unless doing so may expose us or others to legal liability, harm our community of users, compromise or interfere with the integrity or operation of any of our services, systems, or products, or where we are restricted due to technical limitations, or where we are prohibited from doing so for legal reasons. You can learn more about what you can do if your account has been disabled and how to contact us if you think we have displayed your account by mistake. If we delete or disable account, these terms shall terminate as an agreement between you and us, but the following provisions will remain in place. 4.2, I don't get that. Limits on liability. We work hard to provide the best products we can and specify clear guidelines for everyone who uses them. Our products, however, are provided as is, and we make no guarantees that they will always be safe, secure, or error-free, or that they will function without disruptions, delays, or imperfections to the extent permitted by law. We also disclaim all warranties, whether express or implied, including the implied warranties of merchantability, fitness for a particular purpose, title, and non-infringement. We do not control or direct what people and others do or say, and we are not responsible for their actions or conduct or any content that they share. We cannot predict when issues might arise with the products. Accordingly, our liability shall be limited to fullest extent permitted by applicable law, and under no circumstances will be liable to you for any lost profits, revenues, information, or data, or consequential, special, indirect, exemplary, punitive, or incidental damages arising out of or related to these terms or Facebook product, even if we have been advised of the possibility of such damage or aggregate liability arising out of or relating to these terms or the Facebook products will not exceed the greater of $100 or the amount you have paid us in the past 12 months. Disputes. We try to provide clear rules so that we can hopefully avoid disputes between you and us. If a dispute does arise, however, it's useful to know upfront where it can be resolved and what laws will apply. For any claim, cause of action, or dispute you have against us that arises out of these relates to these terms of Facebook products. You agree that it will be resolved exclusively in the U.S. District Court for the Northern District of California or a state court located in San Mateo County. You also agree to submit to personal jurisdiction of either or of these courts for the purpose of litigating any such claim, and that the laws of state of California will govern these terms, and any claim will without regard to conflict law provisions. These terms make up the entire agreement between you and Facebook Inc. I think it means incorporation regarding your use of our products. They supersede any prior agreements. Some of the products we offer are also governed by supplemental terms. If you use any of those products, supplemental terms will be made available and will become part of our agreement with you. For instance, if you use our products for commercial or business purposes, such as buying ads, selling products, developing apps, managing a group or page for your business, or using our measurement service, you must agree to our commercial terms. If you post or share content containing music, you must comply with our music guideline. To the extent any supplemental term conflicts with these terms, the supplemental term shall govern to the extent of the conflict. If any portion of these terms is found to be unenforceable, the remaining portion will remain in full force and effect. If we fail to enforce any of these terms, it will not be considered a waiver. Any amendment to or waiver or these terms must be made in writing and signed by us. You will not transfer any of your rights or obligation under these terms to anyone else without our consent. You may designate a person sent to manage your account if it is memorialized, or only your legacy contact or a person who you have identified in a valid will or similar document expressing clear consent to disclose your content. I'm a consent there, sorry, here. Upon death or incapacity, will be able to seek disclosure from your account after it is memorialized. These terms do not confer any third-party beneficiary rights. All of our rights and obligation under these terms are freely assignable by us in connection with a merger, acquisition, or sale of assets, or by operation of law or otherwise. You should know that we may need to exchange the username for your account in certain circumstances. We also appreciate your feedback and other suggestions about our products and services, but you should know that we may use them without any restriction or obligation to compensate you, and we are under no obligation to keep them confidential. We reserve all rights not expressly granted to you. Other terms and policy that may apply to you: community standards. These guidelines outline our standard regarding the content you post on Facebook and your activity on Facebook and other Facebook products. Commercial terms. These terms apply if you also access or use our products for any commercial or business purpose, including advertising, operating an app on a business on our platform, using our measurement services, managing a group of or a page for business, or selling goods or services. Advertising policy. These policies specify what types of ad content are allowed by partners who advertise across the Facebook products. Self-serve ad term. These terms apply when you self-serve advertising interfaces to create, submit, or deliver advertising or other commercials or sponsor activity or content. Pages, groups, and events policy. These guidelines apply if you create or administrator a Facebook group or event, or if you use Facebook to communicate or administer a promotion. Facebook platform policy. These guidelines outline the policies that apply to your use of our platform. Developer payment terms. These terms apply to developers of the application that use Facebook payments. Community payment terms. These terms apply to payments made on or through Facebook. Commerce policies. These guidelines outline the policy that apply when you offer products and services for sale on Facebook. Facebook brand resources. These guidelines outline the policies that apply to use of Facebook trademarks, logos, and screenshot. Music guidelines. These guidelines outline the policies that apply if you post or share content containing music on Facebook. Live policies. These policies apply to all content broadcast to Facebook Live. Date of last revision, October 22nd, 2020. So that's it. This is all of Facebook terms of service, but I didn't click on the links. I was just reading this. Sorry for that. I didn't click on the links, but I'm also going to do like other social media such as Discord, TikTok, and Twitter, but I might read those 2 times. But for this one, I read it 1 time because since it's long. And please subscribe. Please subscribe for more videos like this and other more fun videos that will actually cost money. Yeah, bye then.